Hey, what's going on everybody, and welcome back to the Whiskey Cove. And it is just that time of year. It is the 2023 Whiskies of the Year by the Whiskey Cove. Run that video. What's going on, friends and allies, and thank you for joining us for another exciting episode of the Whiskey Cove. What is one of my favorite videos to do here on the Whiskey Cove, the top whiskies of the year for 2023. This year, such an exciting time around these times, around the time of the holidays as well. Just about hit 5,000 subscribers, so thank you for everybody who's done that at home. Not going to pimp out the lottery in today's episode, but so just be on the lookout for that 5,000 subscriber free giveaway. If you still want to try to get involved, all the information is down in the description below. And also as a way to give back for you folks at home, if you want to buy any of the Whiskey Cove glassware, which is some of the best prices you can find on the internet, it's going to get even cheaper because we are giving you folks a 10% off code to use at the store, and that is Cove10off. Cove10off, and it's down in the description. Go to the website, and if you'd like to buy some stuff, it is as cheap as it's ever going to be right now. So as you can see, I'm decked out in my suit here. I do actually like to wear suits quite a lot when I go to speakeasies, when I do like some other events as well. So the Hawaiian thing is a little bit of something different that I do just for this channel. But when I do like to go out for speakeasies, I like to carry my flashy wallet, and that is the Exeter Parliament wallet. As you can see, it's here with this spring-loaded feature that kind of pops your cards out here right on the bottom there. And I've been using this wallet for quite a while. It's very premium quality, very nice and soft. I have a card, I have some cash inside, and I also have my tracker card at the back here. So you can, if you lose your wallet, you can track that wallet down with the app on your phone. This is from Exeter.com, and this is the Parliament wallet, and like I said, really awesome and flashy. I go to pay the bill, I pull this out, boom, I look the part at any show. So if you would like one of these, head on over to Exeter.com. They are supporting today's channel. Thank you for those folks there. And they're having a big Christmas sale right now, and it is 50% off over on their website. And if you would like an extra 5% off, you'd use Cove Whiskey, or use the code Whiskey Cove. So for an extra 5% off, use code Whiskey Cove. All that information will be down below in the description. So just a great way to support the channel, and also just an excellent gift that you can get for someone. And like I said, I just love this wallet. Like, this spring feature is pretty damn cool. So if you would like one, going over to Exeter.com, and I can't thank them and those folks enough for sponsoring this channel. But with that being said, let's get into this video, and let's get into the top 7 whiskies from the Whiskey Cove of 2023. With that being said, coming in at number 7 is not going to be a bourbon. It's the only non-bourbon on this list, spoiler alert. And that is going to be a Welsh whiskey. This is Welsh whiskey Hiraeth. Why is this on this list? It's because this is just a fantastic and top whiskey. Comes in a beautiful, beautiful aluminium container, gold, beautiful bottle of a fantastic Welsh Dragon. But that's not all. It's a Welsh single malt, finishing ex-bourbon casks. It's going to cost you around about $90 MSRP in these states, if you can find it. It's coming over here. Penderyn is a lot lately. So this is a 700 milliliter bottle, coming in at 46% ABV or 92 proof. They use ex-Buffalo Trace bourbon casks, so you're definitely going to get that. And I've drunk a lot of Penderyn. I'm Welsh. I like to drink Welsh single malt. But there's just something about this one that takes it to the next level. It has all of those typical Welsh single malt, like pears and apples and like juicy fruits there as well. But it has the vanilla, like the toasted vanilla, the vanilla cake, the oak backbone that kind of sits there on this whiskey. And it also has a little bit of peatiness on the back end. It is one of the best expressions that Welsh whiskey has to offer, and that's why it makes the number 7 on this list. Congratulations to those folks up there. And just on the tube, like you said, really nice and aluminium here. And it goes on to say that Hiraeth is a Welsh word pronounced as Hiraeth, meaning a longing for your homeland, your heritage, and your very well-being. A longing for this whiskey, that's for sure. And congratulations to Penderyn for coming in 7th place on this list. This is a phenomenal, phenomenal expression. Something similar to bourbon that's not bourbon, but takes it in another direction. Definitely would recommend Hiraeth by Penderyn. Coming in at 6th on this list, and that is going to be Old Forester, the 117 series, bottled in bond. So I haven't done a review on this bottle, and I kind of do want to do that, I kind of don't, but this bottle is just so good. It's obviously owned by Brown-Forman. Old Forester is owned by Brown-Forman. It is their bottled in bond, so it's 50% ABV or 100 proof. The release date on this was July 2023. We bought this when we were down in Kentucky. We managed to pick up 2 bottles, and wow, this stuff is just syrup on wheels. Breakfast pancakes with a bunch of syrup and some like toasted pralines on top. You do get a little bit of banana, so you can throw a little bit of chopped banana on there, and maybe like a banana nut waffle there as well. It's beautiful, it has cherries for days as well, and it's very much a dessert whiskey. And it has a beautiful wood presence. I don't know what the age is on this, but this is the first bottle in bond of the 1-1 series release that they've ever done. And they definitely need to make this a full-time thing because it is just beautiful. I think the MSRP, I did pay about, I think it was $70 for these pints. I think it was about 140 would work out for a full bottle is the math I did at the time, so it might be a little bit less than $70. Obviously a difficult bottle for you folks at home to be able to get, but hopefully they'll make this a full-time thing. And you can pick this up, and that's why it's whiskey. Look at it, it's just like syrup. It's like pancake syrup in a bottle, and that's why it makes 6th on this list. Congratulations to Old Forester. So with that, we are going to 5th spot on this list, and that is because we are going with Elijah Craig C923. So the video, well, the review for this has not come out yet. It will come out, we've already filmed it. And this is an excellent, fantastic whiskey. The amount of wood presence we got in this, the overall balance of the flavors, plenty of spicy note, plenty of sweetness. Just a very complete barrel-proof whiskey. This edition was 13 years and 7 months, and 133 proof or 66.5%. It took us quite a while to find this bottle, but it was also worth the wait. We paid $99 for it. One of the supporters of the channel helped us pay for it. Thank you for them for sponsoring one of our videos. And we were able to pay obviously over MSRP, which is about $80 for this, but definitely worth every penny. Probably the best release of Elijah Craig for, I would say, since B520, if I'm completely honest. So we're talking like 3 years, 3 and a little bit there. An excellent expression. Didn't really have a lot of like the peanut note that's associated with, or I associate with Heaven Hill and Elijah Craig products specifically. I'm just getting like a lot of cherry on that right away. Beautiful expression, excellent job with this one, Elijah Craig. Like I said, we haven't had a really good one for quite a while, and that's why this was top 5. So this was 5th on the Whiskey Cove's Whiskies of 2023. We're coming in at 4th spot, and this is where it gets really tight now. Now we're gonna go with Russell's Reserve Single Rickhouse. So there's been another release since this one, but this is the Camp Nelson C release. Truth be told, I haven't tried the new one, but I tried this one, and this is such a phenomenal bottle of whiskey. As you can see, we have put quite the dent in this. And it's still as good, still as creamy, still as oily as the day that we had it, the first day we cracked it. We did pay a pretty penny for $325, which is the main reason why I didn't get the new one. I had chances to buy the new one, but in the end we didn't go for it. We kind of stuck with this. This was phenomenal. Maybe in the future, if there's an opportunity for me to maybe trade into it, I'll do that, but I'm not going to pay another $300 for it, because $600 and 2 bottles of whiskey is crazy talk, even though it is very good use. It has a little bit of that turkey funk, but in all the right reasons. This is the best Russell's Reserve, Russell's that I've ever had. It is so unique, and the proof is just right there as well. Like the ABV is 56.2% or 112.4 proof. Viscosity, oily in your mouth, little bit of spice. The balance between sweet and wood runs all the way through, and a little bit of spice, an excellent finish with this bottle, and that's why it is 4th on this list for this year. So then top 3, now we're getting to the nitty gritty here. So this is another bottle that I was able to try, but I wasn't able to buy the bottle. One of my friends brought it down to the Whiskey Cove, and then we did a review on it there. and this bottle represents it, and that is the Maker's Mark Cellar Age. So this is obviously the Maker's Mark blend that we put together here in the Whiskey Cove, where we blended all the specialty releases from start to finish. However, we are talking about the Maker's Mark Cellar Aged, or Cellar Reserve, and I'll put it on the screen now just so you folks know exactly what bottle I'm talking about. Wow, what a bottle. So when I got that bottle, when Pat brought it down, thank you, Pat, for delivering that experience to me. I really appreciate it. What a crazy bottle of whiskey. I liked it a lot. I liked it so much. But then the other samples that I went through, it just exploded with flavor constantly. It's Maker's Mark, but on steroids. It has all the quintessential Maker's Mark notes, the really like subtle wheaty notes, the long dried out palate, and kind of like the cherry backbone and some of those other nuances, like the punchy vanillas that make Maker's Mark. But then it adds another aged wood complexity note that you just don't get on any other Maker's Mark, and you get with a Cellar Reserve or Cellar Age. I can never remember the name. However, it is such a top bottle and some of the favorite whiskey that I've been able to try this year. I need to find a bottle that's pretty much crazy that they only put out like 50 bottles a state right now. However, we weren't able to get one, but it was just so good. It was able to come in third spot. That is the Maker's Mark Cellar Aged, Cellar Reserve. I don't even know anymore. So we are down to the final 2 bottles. So coming in at number 2, that had to be the Bomberger's 2023 release. We talked a little bit about the Old Forester 117 being like a dessert whiskey. This is just epitomizes that and just takes it to the next level. This has an abundance of barrel characteristic in there as well. You get marshmallows, you get dates, you get raisins, you get toasted pecans, and then over that comes like maple syrup, caramel syrup, and just really nice butterscotch toffee notes there as well. If you have a heavy, greasy, big Thanksgiving, Christmas dinner, have a small glass of this, and the sweetness will kind of cut through it. Kind of reminds me of Christmas pudding with like some really nice vanilla custard over the top. I paid $110, I think was this, give or take. MSRP is about $90, so I was a little bit up on my price there, but worth just every penny. It's just phenomenal juice, 108 proof or 54% ABV, right in line with a lot of the whiskey that I like, and just a beautiful bourbon. I was able to pick up a backup a couple of weeks later, which I have stashed away, and I'm slowly drinking through this because just an excellent bourbon and such a great release. I've never tried Bomberger's before. This was my first ever sampling or first ever chance to get a bottle of it, and it's completely blown my mind. Michter's, you killed it with this release. So thank you for us, or thank you for Michter's for making such a great whiskey, and thank you for us for buying it, I guess. But coming in at number 2, fantastic juice. So then coming in at number 1 on this list, and if you are a subscriber for a decent amount of time and you've seen a lot of the videos, this is not really gonna be a surprise because we've blinded this bottle with some other stuff. We've done so much with it. It's just been phenomenal. And I know this bottle is gonna be hard, like a lot of these other bottles on this list, for you folks to be able to get at home. But I've been fortunate that I've been able to try some really fantastic whiskey this year. And that's because George T. Stagg 2022 is the Whiskey Cove Whiskey of the Year for 2023. So I wasn't obviously able to try this last year. I think I got it right at the back end, but as soon as we cracked it, I think it was like right at the beginning of the new year. Wow. This bottle went straight to the top of some of the favorite whiskeys that I've ever had. Like I said, I may have had a better whiskey than this, but I can't remember a better whiskey that I've had. I've had Eagle Res 17, I've had Pappy Van Winkle, I've had Old Rip Van Winkle 10 and 12, I've had Thomas Handy, I've also had William LaRue Weller sample. I don't really count the sample so much because you don't really know how old the bottle is, XYZ. And this has been better than all of them. I think we give it a 98 out of 100 on the Whiskey Cove, which it's kind of like a whiskey advocate or a wine advocate score. It kind of seems a little bit of pie in the sky, but this was just worth it so much. It encapsulates a lot of the flavors that we talked about today. It has those like a quintessential Buffalo Trace vanilla wafer cone, caramel sauce, and kind of like the maraschino cherries, like Italian cream, like Di Serrano style notes. And then it has that beautiful, perfectly well balanced wood oak note that runs right the way through. And this is coming in at 69.35% ABV or 138.7. And it noses and drinks like a 57% ABV whiskey. It's just phenomenal. How Buffalo Trace were able to put out such a great whiskey, I'll never know, but I really do appreciate it, and I was really fortunate to get this bottle in a lottery last year at Argonauts down in Denver. So thank you for those folks for making that happen, and thank you for everybody at home for watching this channel, for liking this channel, for commenting. It really does make a difference to the channel and its growth, and kind of like my overall commitment to it as well. I love drinking whiskey. I love sharing whiskey stories. I also really like to meet a lot of the people who watch this channel at stores as well. That's gone and increased a little bit lately, and it's just great just to kind of share stories and just talk a little bit about whiskey. So thanks for making kind of like my part-time dream happen so far. I really appreciate it. Keep enjoying the videos, and if there's anything you'd like to see, let us know. And if there is, don't forget to check out the 5,000 live subscriber giveaway. We will be posting the date for that soon, so then hopefully some of you folks at home will come away with some beautiful whiskey bottles there. So as we say on this channel, as we drink through the world's whiskey, one glass at a time, George T. Stagg 2022 was the Whiskey Cove's Whiskey of the Year for 2023. Thank you so much. Goodbye.